Yes. Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fine. So in the yesterday session, just I was briefing you about why Python, who can learn Python, how it was built, what are the real-time applications, right? Yes. Let us have a quick what we have discussed in the last session, right? So I define Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop using Python. Multi-programming features, what all the features we see in different other programming, all those features we see in Python. High-level language. So human understandable, looks like normal English statements. Portable and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Interpreted line by line execution we see, which makes debugging easy. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. They are not as complex as Python syntax. So there are two types of language and high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level language or machine level language, they are not a human understandable. They are not portable, machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardwares in all the operating system. High level languages like Python, human understandable, they are portable and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Right? Yeah. So in the if you go back like 2010, I was saying that Java was 43% used, Python was just 3% used. But if you see 2020, the Python usage has increased to 31%. Python is the #1 ranked programming in the current industry with a diversified number of applications creations, right? Can develop any kind of applications using Python, right? Python has procedural oriented programming, like see first what features Python has got, like multi-programming features like procedural oriented programming like C language, object oriented programming like C++, Java, scripting language like Linux shell script, modular programming like Modular 3. So we can write many automation scripts, right? Using Python. Python mostly used for writing. It has got vast number of libraries, built-in functionalities. We don't need to write huge codings. And because of this modular programming, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python providing for different environments, because of which Python has got much popular today, because no need to write huge codings. Directly we can make use of that model for the particular environment. Whatever environment you are from, right? Python provides module. For data science, separate modules Python is providing. For big data or for networking or for testing, for operating system kinds of activities, right? And for every database, for Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, right? For every database, Python provides a module using which you can connect. And for Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, PDF files, XML files, right? Yes. Yes. Python providing separate file. So separate modules available for reading data, for creating these files, for writing data into these files, even for mathematical operations, for statistical operations, for generating graphs, normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plot, stack plots, for all this, right? Python has got separate modules. Okay, Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what applications? Mostly used in creation of web application using framework like Django framework. The rapid speed you can develop a web application with very less code, and it has got its own database like SQLite 3 is the database name, right? We can also connect with any other database like MySQL, Oracle. Yes, and automation applications using technologies like data science, IoT, DevOps, right? Where the implementation goes in Python. And even big data like Spark with Python, like PySpark, we say. For scientific applications, CP, scientific Python. For numerical analysis, NumPy, numerical Python. And for gaming or game development, Pygame, PyCora, PySoy are the frameworks given by Python for developing games, right? Yes. And for business application, Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce systems and for testing test cases, for scheduling tasks. For database application, Python is one of the best choice which can connect with any database, scraping or web scraping data from different websites. We use models like URL BS4, right? And for CAD or 3D CAD applications, and for embedded applications, we have got Raspberry Pi, right? Yes, which is one of the most important embedded application, which is uses Python script. Audio and video applications. Many audio and video applications are developed using Python. Some of the famous audio video applications like Team Player, CPlay, and many more, right? And software development. Software developers make use of Python as a support language. And computer vision for face detection, color detection, object detections, right? So Python, we use Python. And for robotics, for implementing it. And for desktop applications, single user console applications, we use Python. And who are using Python today? Which companies using Python? Top most applications built using Python. Google using Python for its web search system. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Instagram, right? Because of Python practicality and its Python features, right? Netflix using Python for its security, automation, and for subscription related things. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest are some applications which are developed using Python. Massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. Iron Port email server and hardware testing companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose. And BitTorrent is using Python for its file sharing service. Yes.
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
Is can everyone once again, can anyone please confirm, is my screen visible to all? Hello.
It's not visible for me.
It is visible for me.
Yes, Veerabab, it is full stack Python. So everything total Python package is going to be covered, right? So those who wants to prefer only Python can go only for Python, and the others who wants total full stack can continue full stack, right?
Including Django and
Yes.
points of this.
Yes, see, once again, right, before I go with this, see, in brief, you can just compare this course content with any other training sites. So here, Python basics, why Python is 3 applications, advantages, versions, installations, flavors, comparison with different programmings, Python operations, modes, interactive mode, editors, IDEs. In real time, we use IDEs, right? So I will show you in different IDEs, not in one IDE, like 4 to 5 IDs. I'll be showing you how to download, how to install, how to work on them. In real time, we use those. Python data types, constants, variables, comments, input output statements, type conversions, comments, escape sequences, strings, indexing and slicing, operators in Python, different operators supported by Python, Python IDs, just now I was talking separate discussion on these IDs, like Anaconda distribution, Jupyter, Spider, PyCharm, VS Code, all these IDs I'll be showing you. Flow control statements, basic Python, like the flow control statements, looping statements. So here Python has got different syntax for this, especially like for loops like for loop, and strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? A lot of discussion on strings and collections in Python, list, tuples, sets, dictionaries. And if you talk a lot of discussion on lists, list indexing, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, list methods, right? And Python tuples, right? Tuples operations, sets operations, dictionary, right? And functions in Python, different categories, different types, properties, and default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary arguments. Yes, different types of functions like lambda function, map function, reduce function, filter function, zip function, right? It's modules in Python, modular programming, like importing a model, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading. Yes, packages in Python, errors and exceptions in Python, right? And file handling in Python, errors and exceptions. What are the different runtime errors, syntax errors, right? Yes. And user defined errors, file handling, right? Yes. Working with different files, how to write, how to read data from them. Later we discuss on different files like Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, object-oriented programming features in brief, class object encapsulation, inheritance, right? A static, non-static variable, constructor, destructor, garbage collector. Okay, regular expressions in Python, extracting required data from the given database, right? Installing of a database and working with the database and how to connect with the database, various operations, transaction management, data and time related applications, operating system module, and advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, debugging in Python, graphic programming like TK intermodule, right? Excel workbook, working with different Excel files, reading and installing them, and data analytics like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, working with many working examples. Introduction to data science also, where Python is mostly preferred, and models like a Python pandas module, Python matplotlib model, how to create pandas from different components and performing different operations. All okay, and Python numpy, numerical Python. So how to perform various operations on numpy, matplotlib, plottings and visualizations like histogram, scatter plot, stack plots, all this. Apart from this what Python, this 30 components will be discussed on Python, and later Django framework. That too in brief with 15 to 20 applications creations you'll be doing parallel along with me. Introductions, web frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, Django application creation, Django views, Django templates, Django admin, models, views, advanced concepts like ORM, Faker module, all this will be covered. And UI technologies in brief, in depth, it will be discussed. HTML basics, tags, list, forms, frames, yes, canvas, multimedia, CSS basics, introduction, background, yes, all this. What are the left out things? Yes, CSS basics, syntaxes, styling links, list, CSS selectors, fonts, text effects, background. Okay, and JavaScript for dynamism, right? Total entire JavaScript, and MySQL, entire SQL. This is what the entire course, it covers the entire full stack, right? Python core, advanced application oriented modules, and web development technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, right? And applications creations using this Django. Yes, I'll come back to your queries, right, at the end of this. Only for Python, it's 2 months, like 70 hours we'll be spending only on Python, and nearly 50 to 60 hours we'll be spending on this Django and all this UI technologies, right? Totally 130 hours, 120 to 130 hours, 4 months it takes. Python 2 months, and other things like 2 months max. So in brief, we'll be discussing with more than 300 plus code examples, 15 to 20 applications creations. You'll be getting the recorded video every session by session. You'll be getting the soft copy of the classroom, right? Notes, assignments and tasks, nearly like 200 plus assignments tasks will be provided for every topic. Yes. And a WhatsApp group will be created, right, for your technical discussions, or if you get any error, you can post them in this, right? So just I was talking, okay, I'll come back to your general queries if you got any, right? Yes. Now, okay, reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Very less code you see in Python. Simple syntaxes given by Python, looks like normal English statements, multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings we see in Python? Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, right? Wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed about all the various varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries. Yes. One second. So this is what I have discussed right now. People from non-programming or zero programming, right, who doesn't have knowledge on any programming, are very weak in programming, right, can just observe this, right? I'll be showing you some sample snippets of Python today. You can just observe, you can understand 100% without any knowledge on Python, right? They look like normal English statements. First, Python comparison, right? Python comparison with other programming. Okay. Okay. So I will take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages, right? Task accepting. You can just check coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, how these Python statements as compared with other programming, right? Accepting two numbers from the user keyboard and performing addition, right? And performing addition, right? Yes. Example. Okay. First, I'll write this using Java first. Two major programming languages, right? Python and Java are mostly used for enterprise applications creations, right? This first one is like using Java. Later, I'll write using Python. You can just compare, right? Yes. So import everything. Import java.io.start. Class sample. Yes. Public static void main, right? Yes. Public static void main string aux. Throws IO exception, right? Input stream reader, right? ISR equal to new input stream reader. System.in, right? Input stream reader, new input stream reader, right? Buffered reader equal to new buffered reader, right? ISR, right? Yes. Even we can use scanner classes, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Once again, can anyone please confirm whether my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, visible.
Visible, right? Yes. Yeah. Vijay Rama, right? Yes. Vijay Rama. Once again, why can't you just rejoin the meeting? Okay. Input stream reader, new input stream reader, buffer reader, new buffer reader, right? Yes. And system.out.println and enter the first number. Out.println. Enter the first number. Whatever number you are entering by default taken as string S1, right? br.read line, right? I want to convert to integer, int I equal to integer dot parseInt, integer dot parseInt of S1, right? Yes. Enter first number, string br.readline, int I integer dot parseInt of S1, right? Okay. Enter the number taken as string, convert to integer. I'll take these 3 lines for the second number also. Fine. Enter the second number, right? Taken as string S2, integer dot parseInt of S2. System.out.print and okay. Finally saying system.out.println. Yes, system.out.println saying I plus J. Okay, this is what the code in Java, right? So just I'll take a minute in explaining, right? Differentiating between this and I'll copy to a separate notepad file, paste it, save it. I'm creating PM batch, right? I'm just saving that already exist. Right. Okay, I'm saving within this Python 6 PM. I'm saving it as sample, right? Dot Java, sample dot Java, right? Yes. So just I'll take a minute in showing the execution in both. CMD, go to the command prompt, type Java. So just say cd slash come out of this cd Python 6 PM. Go to that path where the file is available and say Java C sample dot Java. You are compiling it. If there are no errors here, you can just directly execute Java sample, right? So enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, sum is 30, right? So this is what the coding in Java. I don't know like how many of you understood this code. It looks a little complex to understand without knowledge of this, basic knowledge of this. What is class, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, what is input stream reader, what is buffer reader, what is read line, integer dot parseInt, right? Lot of complex words you see here, but the same task I'll try to write in Python. So here you can see like 10 to 12 lines, right? The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. Okay. I'll just open this Python shell, right? I will open this Python shell. Yes. Directly I can write this code within this Python shell. Right. File, new file. Yes. Python new. Okay. Just I'll take two values, X and Y. To input, enter value of X. Enter value of X. Input, enter value of Y. Enter value of X, input, enter value of Y. Print X plus Y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. Do you see any complex word here? Entering the value for X, entering the value for Y, print X plus Y. Easily understandable. Looks like normal English statements. You can easily analyze what happening in each statement. But here also in Python, just like Java, whatever you are inputting taken as string, you need to typecast to int. Just by saying int of, keep everything within this int. That's it. Saying like int of. Yes, input, enter value of X. Input, enter value of Y. Now save it, Control S. Test1.py. .py extension. Now say run module here itself. Enter value of X 10, value of Y 20. Yes, so that is the sum. So it's very simple, right? Yes. So here, whatever you keep in the double quotes, it is going in within the input function. Enter X you say, or enter value of X you say, or enter a number you say, whatever you keep within the double quote, that is going to be prompted in the output. Yes. One more example, right? Yes. To see the Python code. Yes. If I got some list of values, X equal to some values randomly, I'm taking 30, 40, 10, 20, 50. Okay, X is a list. Print X prints the entire list as it is. Print X prints the entire list as it is. Yes, print. So if you want to know the number of elements, len of X, length, right? Number of elements within the list. Here we got only 5, but if you see, if you got some 100 plus elements, to know how many elements, right? Length we say. Yes. Max of X 50. Print min of X. Max of X is 50. Min of X is 10. Like I want the sum of all the elements 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. Print sum of X. Sum of all these elements, right? Yes. Okay, just check this. right? Directly we have got inbuilt functions, methods to find the max element. You need to apply loop, you need to iterate, comparing with one by one element, returning the finally the biggest element, right? The max element. Min of x is 10, sum of x is just subset. Run module. Max is 50, min is 10, sum of all the elements is 150. Print sorted of x. Arranging all the elements in the ascending order. Print. Ascending order you get. Run module. In ascending. If you want in descending, right, there is no separate function for it. Same use sorted only. Yes, but it gives in ascending. The ascending, if you reverse, you will get in descending, right? We need to say reverse equal to true. Okay, so this is what in descending. A run module, right? Okay, if you want to insert any element, right? X dot append, I want to append a new element 60. You can append it. Print x, print x, right? Yes, appending the elements, right? Yes. Print x, right? Yes. X dot append of 60, appending 60, right? Print x. 60 got appended. X dot remove. X dot remove, right? Remove 40. 40 gets removed. Print x. We are trying to remove x. Run module. Yes, 40 got removed, right? Yes. Python has got 89,300 inbuilt modules. It has got 89,300 inbuilt modules, right? You may ask, what is the use of module import? Two things you can observe here, the importance of module and the coding of Python. Yes, I'm taking example of one module, one commonly used module like math module. I'll import that math module. If you want to see what is present within any module, not only this, any domain specific module or any module, right? dir directory of that run properties of math module, sin h, square root, tan h, tau. There are some variables like pi, there are some variables like e, pi, e, tan, sin h, square root, right? Yes, if we want to print this pi value or e value, right? So Python, just to see the syntaxes, you won't see any complex word in these statements. Math dot pi, within the math module, there is a variable pi. Within the math module, there is a variable like e, right? Check it. Run module. Pi value 3.14, e value 2.71. For example, you don't know how to use a particular functionality like square root, how to apply square root within the math. So there is a help function, just like print function, there is a help function. Help of within the math module, I got square root, right? I want help on it. Run module. Square root of x returns the square. See, help on built-in function square root in the module math. Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. Help of math dots. Okay. Math dot, okay. Okay. Now you got right. We need to provide one value for square root. It gives the square root of that value. Print within the math module, there is a square root functionality where, yes, square root of 16. That's value I'm giving, right? Yes. Yes. Run module, right? Check this. Square root of 16, it's 4, right? Yes. Square root of 16 is 4. In the same way, if you just observe if any other function, if you want help on any other function, right? So you got the output as 4. Any other function like POW. You can say help. In this way, any module in Python can take help within the math module. There is POW, right? I want help on it. Just observe. It gives that how many values you have to provide, what it is going to return. Help on built-in function power in module math. Power expecting two values, x comma y. It returns x to the power of y. X to the power of y. We need to provide two values. It provides x to the power of y. Print math dot POW. Yes. Two values I need to provide 10 comma 3. 10 to the power of 3, that is 1000. Run module, right? Yes. 1000, right? Any more? Okay, this word, right? Very simple. Do you see any complex words here? No, right? No complex words here. Okay. Next is just I'll take 10 minutes more. About like Python software foundation. Python software foundation, right? Yes. PSF. We say like PSF. So what is PSF? It is a non-profit organization. Non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It was launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this Python software foundation, right? Objective, right? To foster the development of Python. To foster the development of Python from version to version, right? In the year 2005, right? PSF received Computer World Horizon award, and the president for this PSF nothing but the same personality who has introduced Python, right? The same personality. He is the president for this PSF, nothing but Guido van Rossum, right? And headquarters, where are the headquarters located? Right, in Delaware, US. Official website for Python from where you can download Python. And you can see the documentation also, right? www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download and from where we can install Python and see the documentation for each and every Python release. And before I go with Python installations, right? So Python versions, right? Python 1.x version released in the year 1989. The first version, right? Python 2.x version. Python 2.x version was released in the year 2000. Python 3.x version, right? Was released in the year 2008. The version what we are using currently is 3 version. Latest version of Python. Latest version of Python, right? Python 3.11. Stable version of Python. Three point 9. Nothing but mostly used version. Yes. Just I'll take 2 to 5 minutes for installation of Python. Just step by step, I show you like Python installation, right? Yes. Python installation. Okay. So before I go with the installation, right? Yes. See this settings, apps and features. Python 3.11.4 uninstalled, right? Uninstall this. So Python provides different softwares for different environments, right? It provides different softwares for different environments. For Windows, separate software. For Linux, for Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any separate installation. By default, Python coming as inbuilt within this Linux OS. But in Windows and Mac OS, we are supposed to install, right? And for Windows 32-bit separate software Python providing. For 64-bit Windows, separate software Python provides, right? So how will you check whether your system is a 32-bit or 64-bit? Means go to your right click on your PC. So let this installation still going. Meanwhile, you can just download Python. So official website of Python, python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python, right? Go to this downloads, all releases. Scroll down a little bit. Looking for a specific release. 3.11.4, June 6th, 2023, right? Just click it. Yes, and go to the bottom of it. You can see files for Mac OS 64-bit universal installer, for Windows 32-bit, for Windows 64-bit. click this 64-bit. If it is 32, click 32, right? Yes, Python provides different softwares, right, for different environments. So uninstallation is successful. I'm closing this uninstallation. So it says 64-bit operating system. I'm downloaded 64-bit Python software, right? Okay, so Python 89,300 modules. All those modules you are not going to see along with the Python software. Only commonly used modules you see, right? Remaining like a database related, data science related, all this you won't see along with this Python installation. Only commonly used modules you see. But the modules which are not available in the Python software, we call them as external modules. Later, I'll show you how to download and how to install those modules which are not present within this Python software, like database, data science, big data related modules, right? So just the software size is 24 MB of size, 24 MB of size, right? Yes. Okay, so it hardly takes 1 minute to install Python. So once it is downloading is finished, normal installation, only the path where you want to install that you need to select. Yes, everything remaining, everything fine. Okay, it's almost done. Like downloading is almost done, right? Click that file which it was downloaded. Click this file. Okay, click this exe file, right, which it was open this Python, right? So this is what the Python is. Once you click that exe file, you will get this. Don't immediately go for installation. At the bottom, you can see add Python to path, right? Click it and go for customize installation. And see this documentation, all these are pre-selected, nothing to select. Say next. See this, where you are trying to install. Add Python to environment variables. We no need to set manually. Directly this Python will be added to environment variables. Users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python, somewhere it is getting installed. So keep your mouse before this Python 3.11 and remove all this. Once it is successfully installed, right? Let us check whether it's working properly or not by going to the command prompt and type some Python statements in interactive mode. Almost done with this. Yes. Okay. I'm closing it. Let us check. Go to this command prompt by typing CMD and say Python. That's it. It should show the Python version, right? 3.11 and this Python 3 arrow symbol where you can type any valid statements and check whether Python is working or not. 3 plus 2, 5 into 6. X is 10, Y is 2. What is X? What is Y? What is X into Y? X into X to the power of Y, 10 to the power of 2, 10 square, right, 100. X into X by Y. Okay, in this way, any valid Python statements you're typing, it's working, right? Yes. So just that is briefing about Python statements, how they look as compared with other programmings. So different types of languages, 2 types, and Python modules. Python has got what features? Python real-time applications. Who are using Python today? Reasons which makes it super popular, comparison with other programming, some sample examples, and Python software foundation, Python versions, and Python installation, right? Yes. Any queries from your side, anyone, as part of today's session? Tomorrow also you can attend the session same time at 6 p.m. using the same link to see more on this Python. From tomorrow we will be starting with the technical part. Batch is going to start, right? So the payment process and procedures you can see in the chart panel, right? Given by this online team, and take that contact details of them. It's 5,000 for only Python. 70 hours we'll be discussing on this Python in brief, in depth. You will get great command on this Python. I'll be showing you different models related to different environments, some models related to regular expressions, some related to databases, some related to operating system, some models related to graphics, some related to data science, some plottings and visualizations, matplotlib module, pandas module, numpy module, right? Different, and how to create our own modules in Python, right? In brief, I'll be discussing. And in Django, I said I'll be showing you 15 to 20 applications. Yes, once again about the timing, I'm coming back. Yes, and you can see that the previous batches, right? Django, like applications creations, right? The Django apps creations, I said minimum 15 to 20, more than 20 only I showed, right? My project 1, 2, 3. So any batch you can take, right? 15 to 20 applications. With that, you will get great command, right? Not 1 or 2 applications, 20 applications, more than that. So clearly, I'm making it clear, right? The timing of this batch for the first 1 week, it will be at 6 p.m. For the first 1 week, it will be at 6 p.m., right? Later, the timing of the batch is 8 p.m. up to the end of the course. It starts at 8 p.m. So as people who are doing jobs, right, they cannot attend 6 p.m. There were some queries from them, and people who are attending, means who are going to colleges, right, they cannot make up at 6 p.m. So 8 p.m. will be the good choice, right? So that starts at 8 p.m., 8 to 9, right, up to the end of the course. There won't be any change in that. Yes. For first 1 week only, it will be at 6 p.m. I'm making it clear before you go with the payment, right? Yes. Any other queries, right? Anyone? Yes. Okay, fine. So if I'm done with the queries, still if you have got queries, you can ask in the tomorrow session. So meet you
Hello,
tomorrow.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, how will you help through the placement process?
So I'm saying, right, this is not like 45 hours batch, right? 70
Yes,
hours only for Python, and
yes,
nearly it's 50 to 60 hours for full stack, means 130 hours course training, right? In
yes,
brief
sir.
depth. So
Yes,
after that, and 15 to 20 applications I'll be showing you, I'll be making you to develop, and
mm,
250 to 300, means with this, right, you will get a great command, right? If you just attend any interview, I was showing you, right? Interview, what are the jobs opportunities of Python, So you can see a lot of jobs for Python. Apart from Python, you can also go for Django jobs, Python frameworks, right? Python jobs, lot of jobs for Python today. And it means from last 3-4 years only, Python was introduced in the academics. So they will see less competition for Python as compared with Java, right? So 21,507 Python job vacancies in Hyderabad. Naukri. Right.
So,
And if you go for one second, if you go for Django job site, means people who know Django are very less, and that too the competition is less as of now, but later is see the Django jobs also. You can also go for Django 24,732 Django job vacancies. Right. Fine. So definitely, if you have got command on this programming, right, definitely you can explore it. So Monday to Friday, it will be right, Sayed. The timings Monday to Friday. Sometimes I'll be pre-intimating if I want to take class on Saturday. If I want some extra sessions, right? Yes. Okay, fine. So if I'm done with your queries, then I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 6 p.m. using the same link to see more on this, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.
thank you.
Okay.